Next, we'll see two teams face off for just the 8th time in a rematch of Super Bowl 38. It's the Patriots and Panthers, and the action heads your way on EA Sports.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New England Patriots. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The Patriot offense ready for their first drive, led by Mac Jones, the Heisman Trophy finalist and 15th overall selection this spring from Alabama.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 17 carries, 54 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
is a route we'll see more of as this game goes.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return comes to a home right at the 44-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Dante Hightower on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Newton. And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dietrich Wise make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now Jones, over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. A nice little juke. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over when 4th on 4th didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless 1st quarter. On 1st down, it's Newton. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 15.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
New England's offense set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
All right.
This is Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On the give, this is Harris. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key.
Shedding the tackle, and gives him some room. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 21-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cam's throw pulled in by Marshall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Newton to throw. Fighting through, under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. Under pressure, they got him again. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Newton now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw. Jones. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Nice play there by Brian Burns, chasing down a quarterback in the pocket. He had 16.5 sacks in his first 2 years in the league, including 9 in 2020.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
What a big 2020 for Hassan Reddick. Really emerged on the scene as he tied for 4th in the NFL with a career-high 12.5 sacks for the Arizona Cardinals last year. Ended up signing with the Carolina Panthers in March, a team that was 23rd in sacks in 2020.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Newton. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Newton throwing again. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And he's got it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Jones on 1st and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. He's been pretty quiet here in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. That's the good news. But do you think they get him more involved going forward?
I think that they do, and that's what they always want to do because he's such a priority and he's such a big-time playmaker. But sometimes defenses take that away.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Christian Barmore in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter.
Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half, and they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it, or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3.
And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is McCaffrey on the give.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 24, Newton.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Patriots ready to try again on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Here's Jones on first down. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers and Cam Newton getting set to go again here on offense. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff. McCaffrey running right. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now it's Newton. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Newton. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dietrich Wise has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. Well, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's off the mark. Incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%. 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. able to get away. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Jones. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. New England on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. He's got a man. Complete. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft, but he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They run again with Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Hassan Reddick in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Burris.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take